I didn't plan on crying at her graduation party, but I did plan on smiling. The kind of smile people mistake for pride when, in truth, it's the mask you wear before the blade sinks in. The backyard was lit with string lights, laughter, champagne flutes, the clink of glasses. I stood off to the side, a shadow among the people who used to be my family. My daughter, 18, radiant in her white dress, was holding court like a queen. She had my eyes, but not my loyalty. And then she said it. My stepdad bought me a car. My real dad never did anything. The words cut like piano wire, thin, sharp, fatal. The guests chuckled, some awkwardly, some in genuine agreement. My ex-wife smirked. Her husband, the man who stepped into my house after tearing it apart, wrapped his arm around my daughter and kissed her temple, claiming her in front of me. I smiled, and I left. I didn't leave out of weakness. I left because storms are best watched from a distance, right before you unleash them. For 18 years, I had been the quiet provider. Child support never missed. Weekends spent in half-empty apartments while my daughter's mother spun lies about me. The villain, the absentee, the failure. What she never knew, what none of them knew, was that every extra shift I took, every vacation I skipped, every worn-out pair of shoes I refused to replace, it all went into her college fund. $210,000. My life distilled into numbers on a screen. And still, at the party, I was the man who never did anything. The contrast couldn't have been clearer. Her stepdad bought her a shiny car, a down payment, a flashbulb, a spectacle. I bought her time, a future, a debt-free education. But time isn't photogenic. Sacrifice doesn't get applause. The world only claps for what it can see. And I decided it was time they saw me. That night, I drove home in silence. No music, no lights. Just the hum of the engine and the steady rhythm of my breathing. I opened my laptop, logged into the account, and stared at the numbers. Her college fund, my blood in digital form. My finger hovered over the keys. This wasn't impulse. This was justice. With a few clicks, I transferred every cent out. Not gone, just redirected, into an account with only my name. The next morning, I made another call to the dealership. You see, I'd done my homework. That gift car wasn't bought outright. It was financed. And the man who fancied himself a savior hadn't made the first payment yet. All it took was a single phone call, a quiet arrangement with a very motivated lender. By noon, the shiny car was gone, hooked to a tow truck, rolling away like a crown stripped from a thief's head. The fallout began before the evening ended. My phone lit up with calls. First from my ex-wife, then from her husband, then from my daughter. I didn't answer. Not yet. I imagined the scene, my daughter stepping outside, expecting to see her new car, the driveway empty, her smile collapsing. My ex-wife screaming, her voice climbing into that shrill register she used to reserve for me. Her husband fumbling, exposed, the illusion shattered in front of the same neighbors who cheered him last night. Justice doesn't always need witnesses, but this one had plenty. Eventually, I picked up the phone. Her voice trembled, half rage, half confusion. "Dad, what happened? My college money!" I let the silence stretch, then spoke. Calm, precise. "You said your real dad never did anything. I decided to prove you right." She gasped. I could feel the weight of it pressing through the line. "Dad, I didn't mean—" But she had. Maybe not in calculation, but in cruelty. And cruelty, like debts, has a way of coming due. I ended the call with a single line. Actions have consequences. Now you've seen mine. The world around them crumbled fast. My ex-wife tried to call me selfish, vindictive. But people remembered her smirk at the party. They remembered how she laughed when my daughter disowned me in public. Sympathy was scarce. Her husband? His pride couldn't survive the repossession. The savior mask ripped off in broad daylight. He had no money for college, no fallback, no plan. He was what he always had been, a pretender. And my daughter? She stayed quiet. Weeks passed. Then a letter came in the mail. Not long, just a single page. I understand now. I see what you did for me. I'm sorry. I read it once, folded it neatly, placed it in the drawer where I keep things that still matter. Do I regret it? No. A father's love is not infinite. It is earned, nurtured, respected. Mine had been bled dry by years of betrayal, of being rewritten as a ghost in my own story. So when she announced I'd never done anything, I didn't argue. I didn't shout. I simply let her live in the truth she'd spoken. For once, my silence was louder than any speech. And in that silence, justice was served. If you've ever been betrayed, if you've ever been erased after giving everything, remember this. Revenge doesn't need rage. It only needs patience and the right moment to smile and walk away. Please like, subscribe, and share the story.